big an achievement it is.
It reminds me of falling over, basically.
Yeah, that's what happens. It's a dangerous sports skiing.
Yes.
Now, they are probably the most photographed family in the world. You can guess from the pictures behind us who we're talking about. But there are previously unseen pictures of the royal family have now been discovered by the relatives of an amateur photographer.
Edward Jackson's nephew and his partner found the photos following his death, and are hoping some of their uncle's best images could help mark the Queen's Platinum Jubilee later this year. Let's take a look at some of his work.
Tell you what, the music was as impressive as the pictures.
It's very
there.
royal, very regal music.
Yes.
Sit up straight. Come on, Daniel.
We're joined now by Jo Jackson, who discovered those photographs with her partner Stephen. Thank you very much for being with us this morning, Jo. I mean, what a treasure trove to find. What did you know about the I suppose the what's the word I'm looking for?
History?
No, the history, but also the events. That's the word I'm looking for. The events that you've been to.
So to be fair, we knew Uncle Ed was an avid amateur photographer, and we knew and we did expect when sadly we lost him in November that when we were sorting through his things we would expect to find some photographs. However, we did not expect to find such a collection of original slides, thousands of slides, different things, but amongst them was some of those gems that you just showed of the royal family. And we were fortunate enough. We found like a dark room in the back of, a makeshift dark room, if you like, in the back of his spare bedroom, which is where we found all these slides. And amongst that was his original projector screen and carousel. And Stephen brought it home here and got it going. And we literally were blown away. We haven't seen most of these photographs before, but yeah, it's been a special time.
And what was it like, Jo, when you started sifting through these images? Was there a moment where you realised how much there was there, how much material there is?
Oh, yeah, I think, to be honest, when we first sort of looked, we were quite overwhelmed. There were tins and boxes and just loads of these individual tiny slides, and we made it a decision ourselves. We've literally been looking through them night after night, but we were like, we owe it to Uncle Ed to have a look through every single one of these because it was his life to take photographs. And when we hit upon those of the royals, and we knew Sandringham was somewhere where he would always be. And if he knew that they were there, he would definitely be there. So whether it was a flower show, whether it was Christmas, he would be there. But yeah, I think he just took them because he loved taking photographs, and then he sort of obviously just put them on slides, kept them, and maybe they were just there for one day, but they were definitely for his pleasure. Yeah.
And this was all official royal visits, wasn't it? So any of the photos in terms of this exhibition, any of them not taken on official visits won't be accepted into the exhibition. So he's in a good spot. But how did he manage to get such sort of clear close-ups? He obviously knew what he was doing.
Honestly, this is the bit where I wish he was still here for me to be able to ask him what his trick was, because how amazing is that? You know, we knew he had a little step ladder, which had like 3 steps on it. He was a short fella, was Uncle Ed. So I'm guessing that he needed that for a bit of extra height. But quite what he said to them to be able to capture their attention, because some of those photos, they've got such a smile on their face. They're so lit up that he must have said something to them to just capture that.
Now, Jo, the exhibition is only choosing 20 photos. What do you think his chances are, and which photos do you think might make it in?
We have got our fingers crossed. We've entered some on his behalf. We know that if he was here, he would absolutely have been doing that. A personal favourite of mine is the one of the Queen Mother with the flowers just in front of her face. I just feel like that's framed so beautifully. And the Queen Mother was one of his favourites. There are lots and lots of photographs of her. But I know that his favourite was the one of the Queen and Prince Philip that was taken at Sandringham. It's dated on the back 4th of February 1989. So, yeah, it's an incredible photograph, that one. And he was particularly proud of it. It was pinned up on his wall. So we know that was a favourite of his.
Jo, it's a real pleasure to talk to you this morning. Thank you very much. And we wish you all the best with those photo submissions as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh,